All right, kiddos, let's get a great feeling about grammar right now and start our lesson. Okay, turn to page 219 and we're going to study appositives and incomplete constructions. So if you'll turn in your book and get out pens and highlighters, you'll be ready to do the lesson with me. Okay, at the top of the page, please highlight the rule 16H. Pronouns used with appositives are in the same case as the words to which they refer. Now underline the next sentence. An appositive is a noun or a pronoun that follows another noun or pronoun to identify or explain it. Let's look at the examples. The judge announced the winners, Bart and me. Now let's read the blue part. Since winners is the direct object of the verb announce, the pronoun me in apposition to winners must be in the objective case. So since me is renaming winners, which is a direct object, you'll need to use me, the objective case. Let's look at the next one. We runners must train hard. As subject of the sentence, we is the nominative case, the noun runners, which identifies we, is the appositive. So just always pay attention. Your pronoun in your appositive phrase is renaming another part of speech, and it might be a noun acting as a subject, or it might be a noun acting as a direct object, an object of a preposition, or an indirect object. So just pay close attention. Now let's read the next section. To choose the correct pronoun for use with an appositive or as an appositive, try the sentence with only the pronoun. Example, two actors, Gina and I, or me, won awards on opening night. Okay, now let's use it with just one. Gina and me won awards on opening night. Okay, incorrect use of the objective case. Now let's look at the next one. Gina and I won awards on opening night. You could even just go down to I won an award on opening night. So that is the correct use. I is renaming actors, which is acting as a subject in the sentence, so it has to be a nominative case. Okay, now let's do exercise 10, identifying correct pronouns as appositives. Here are the instructions. Complete each of the following sentences by underlining the correct pronoun form in parentheses. Example, number 1. My cousins, Rachel and he or him, are visiting from San Juan. Now what you need to decide there is, should it be he acting as a nominative case pronoun or him acting as an objective case pronoun? Now you see that it's renaming cousins, so you'll need to choose the one that it should rename the subject cousins in the sentence, so it should be nominative he. Now I would like for you to do number 1 through 8 on your own, mark your answers, and then we'll go back and talk about each of them. Go ahead and pause the video right now and mark all your answers and then turn it back on when you're ready. All right, let's check our answers. Number 1, the coach gave the fullbacks Paulo and him a pep talk. Him is acting as an indirect object in the sentence. Number 2, the doctors thank the nurses, Jobel and me. Okay, me is renaming nurses, and nurses are acting as an indirect object in this sentence. Number 3, at the end of the concert, the musicians, we, played for encores. It's interesting that musicians is the subject in the sentence. It just comes after the prepositional phrases at the end of the concert. So musicians is acting as a subject, so you need the nominative case we as the appositive pronoun. 4, please offer more food to your guests, Charles and her. Her is renaming one of the guests, and so guest is acting as an object of a preposition because you have the preposition to right there, and so you know this is an objective case pronoun. Number 5, the best athletes in the class, you and he, might be called to the stage. In this case, athletes is the subject, so you and he are both renaming that subject, so he is a nominative case pronoun. Number 6, several people, the board and they, elected a new president last year. They is renaming people, and people is the subject in the sentence, so that's why you use the nominative case pronoun. Number 7, the head cheerleaders, she and I, ran the practice. Cheerleaders is acting as the subject in the sentence. She and I are renaming those cheerleaders, so therefore you use the nominative I pronoun. Okay, now let's do the last one, number 8. The school newspaper paid a lot of attention to the basketball players, comma, the forwards, and us. The reason why the pronoun is us there is because it's renaming players, which is an object of a preposition. So it has to be the objective case pronoun us. And that's it for today. You can go ahead and make sure you've marked all the indirect objects and direct objects and subjects in the sentence, just as I did. We'll be checking for that tomorrow. And be sure and put your book back in your backpack and bring it to class tomorrow, because we're going to check that you did this assignment tonight. And I hope you have a really good night. Get some good rest.